Leg day here at Gold's Gym in West Des Moines. We've got Jordan doing legs, leg press, obviously. Anything with legs, the lower, the higher, the narrow, the wider, all it's going to do is hit different emphasis on the legs, which again, anytime you're pressing anything, you're always going to be activating your quads. But where you can put emphasis and transfer some of the emphasis is inner or outer quad, or transfer a little bit more to hamstrings and glutes by going feet higher. Right now we're going to go feet lower, about shoulder width apart. Presses, emphasis is going to be on hamstring or on your quads, obviously. Now, one thing, when you press this all the way out and lock the knees, you're technically resting. It is bad on the knees and it's resting. Two reasons not to do it. You don't want to take tension off your muscle, and you don't want overextension of your knees as well too. So again, do not lock your knees. Look at it from the aspect of I don't want to be putting uninterrupted tension on the muscle, so I'm going to keep it at a bend, back into a slow negative. Pressing is going to be the positive, bringing it back slow is going to be the negative. Go ahead. Slow 3 or 4 second negative, driving through the heels, keeping tension, didn't lock it out, immediately back into a negative. He's keeping tension on his quads by not locking them out. Controlled positive, slow negative. The wider your feet, the more it's going to have an emphasis on your inner, right? Wider is inner thigh, closer is outer quad swoop. Go ahead and bring him close, go ahead and bring him close. So now he's going to be, I wouldn't touch your feet together, but inside shoulder width, still driving through the heels, is going to put more on the outer quad swoop. Especially in bodybuilding, those side poses to separate hamstrings from quads is a major judging component as well too. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Again, he is not locking out at the top, immediately coming back down into a slow negative. Tension, tension, constant tension. Now watch, if you get up here and stop, take your breath, do all that stuff again, that is resting. You do not want to do that. Bring her right back down. Drive, right back in slow. Drive, right back in slow. See again, absolute tension on the quads. Perfect, that's good. Leg day here at Gold's Gym. Obviously we're here with Jordan still. What we were doing earlier is we had our feet lower, more of a quad emphasis. We're going to transfer the emphasis more into the hamstrings and glutes. We're going to go higher. So now there's more of a stretch. It's vertically challenged to go higher apparently. Still, always putting emphasis on driving through the heels. But now there's more of a stretch. Way more of a stretch into the hamstring and glute, so it's going to anytime you're pressing, you will always be using the quads, but this is more of an emphasis on glutes and hamstrings. So incorporate both. This is great for men and women. Guys, hit leg days. Keep going. Now bring your feet a little closer. Again, the closer your feet, the more outer quad swoop. The wider the feet, the more inner. And one of the keys that I always do, whether or not you're feet low, feet high, you always want your toes angled out just a bit. What's going to happen is your knees will follow the angle of your toes. If your toes are in, your knees are going to come in. It puts you in a weak, compromised position. You don't want to do that. You really want your knees coming back towards your shoulders. Again, always look at safety and just reduce the risk of injury. And also, he is not locking out at the top. Bring it back into a slow negative. Going to keep uninterrupted tension on the muscle. Awesome job, buddy.